So what's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Well, a buddy of mine asked me to make a video today, and so I told him I would. And it's a video about my vaping progression and how I quit smoking. It's kind of like a story time. So, uh, what we'll do here is I've got different devices in front of me, and different kind of vaping levels or types, I should say. So to start off, you get this. Okay. Back in 2012, I got what's called a Mark 10. I still have the device back there. And it, hold on. And that device, it's a little Sigil-like, something like this. And what it is, you have it, take it off. It's a little 808 connection. Here's the atomizer. And you basically screw it on. They say these are closed system, but you can actually hack them, but why bother? Because they suck. So this is what I first tried to quit vaping off of, or quit smoking. Wow. Well, if you want to quit vaping, only experience something like this, and I promise you, you'll quit right away. See my little collection of cool mods back there. I love that little collection. This week I'm actually getting the Squonk mod, which is different than what I have already because I don't have one. Anyway. So when I first started off a Mark 10, like I said, which I still have back there, which is a little device like this. And I was underwhelmed to say the least. I mean, the throat hits there, tastes like crap, dries your throat out. It's not good, not good experience. So the next progression that I took, I'm going to kind of skip around here a little bit because I forgot to charge one of the devices. Yeah, count on me to do a fucking video on an e-cig and forget to charge the device. So we're going to go straight to an Ego battery. With an Ego or 510 connection, the variable wattage, you can actually change it from 3.7 to 4.2. I don't have an Ego threaded tank. I give a lot of Ego threaded tanks away. So I only have a 510 thread, so you're going to see the neck here. It looks ugly, I know, but I don't vape like this. I'm actually vaping my own juice that I made. It's Fruit Loops. Pretty good, but not quite ready yet. And the vape on these is a little bit better. As you can see, though, still not much. Part of that is due to the fact that this is a zero nicotine flavor that I made. But the battery life, you go from an 80 milliamp hour battery to, I believe this is a 900 milliamp hour. You can change the power on it. I said, but it's really not all that hot. Now, before that step, there's this. Hopefully it's charged enough to at least get a little bit of a vape off of it. Looks like it is. So this is a little 300 milliamp hour battery. Nope, it's still not charged enough. Basically, what this is a kind of a little. It's the same version as this, or same thing as this, but you can't change the wattage or anything. It's just set to what it's set to, and that's what you're gonna get. Okay. Um, from there, you move on to a system like this. This is the Kanker Subvod Mini Tank. Same amount of power, really, but with those that I had prior to this, you typically don't have a sub tank on there. I'll get into that in a few minutes. What the difference between a sub tank is and versus a regular tank. I don't have any regular tanks. I have all sub tanks and RDAs. I'll explain that in a second. This is just a straight shot. You don't change the power on it, but it can sub on vape, which is what a sub tank is. And I'll explain that. Get a little bit more vapor, some more flavor. You can change the air holes to whatever size you want to decide how much vapor you get or how much flavor you get. Then you're probably going to step into something like this. This would be the Smock Pro Color with the Baby Beast on it. Okay? Now with these, as you can see, I vape at 100 watts. This goes up to 225, I believe. There you go. And you can go down. I know you're seeing it backwards. Back at 100. It actually has a display where you can read the volts, the watts, all that stuff. And stuff like that gives you a little bit more customization over your vape. This tank is currently at 1.71. So this is almost to the super sub ohm levels. But with a tank, you don't get the same thing as you do with an RDA. There's a little coil inside here. Basically, they're pre-built coils. You probably can rebuild them. I just don't know how. I haven't figured it out yet. And you could go through the settings on this thing and lock the device so it doesn't fire. Wait, hold on. With this one, it's different. Sorry. Why is it not doing it? Oh. Okay. This one, the Pro Color and a couple other mods are different. So this one, it's locked. You can't fire it. Unlock it. You can do your menu settings to decide how hard you want it to hit. Soft. I have it on soft. I'm actually going to change that to there. You go. You can change it. You can do temperature control, so whether or not you're vaping on stainless steel, nichrome, Canthal, which is what I use. Well, Canthal you can't do temperature control, so you can actually change into, if you don't want to vape on watts, you can change it over to volts. You can do all kinds of customization to this stuff, to this one, and it'll just see with this one you can vape watt, you can vape nickel, titanium, stainless steel, mesh, which I actually have on my over there on my mod over there. You can lock it. 3 clicks gets you into the menu. That's kind of where you can your little puff counter, your colors, whatever. You can choose what your power does. You can move it over to voltage. You can really customize your vape with something like this. This isn't really. I would say a starter could get on something like this. They're not going to fully understand everything, but they could get on something like this. But I think that you're not going to want as much vapor as a starter because you're going to want something more comparable to a cigarette. Now, hold on for a second. Ah. Because I just realized I didn't have one type of mod here that I normally do. So I decided to go get it. And it's different types of the same kind of mod. So, sorry. Anyway, so from then on, from a regulated mod, you get something like this, and your little sub tanks, which I'm actually a fan of sub tanks. To this is a dripper system, okay? So, what the difference between a dripper and a tank is you're going to have your coils in here that are pre-built on a regulated mod. And this is regulated too, but this one you actually do your own coils. Oh, I got a little hot spot there. I didn't realize that. And you'll drip your juice directly onto the coil, which this is not where a beginner should be. Simply because building your own coils is Big Tobacco would wants more people who don't know how to build coils to build them, so more mods can blow up, and then they could say vaping's dangerous. But when you're getting into building your own coils, you kind of have to know what if you have to have high drain batteries, you have to know what those batteries can handle. Okay. That is so good. It's a strawberry custard. Oh, I love that stuff. Anyway, so you'll have your box mods that are regulated. And you can do all the same temperature control settings and stuff that you could do with the Pro Color on here. So now, with the vapor that comes off of this, obviously, it's a lot more intense. See? It's a lot more intense than something you're going to get off of a tank. The other two type of mods are this. Mechanical mods. Now, they have different types of switches you can fire from. Mech mod, like this one right here. I took the drip tip off. This is the, which one is this? This is the Mutation XV2. Okay. The RDA. I actually want to start vaping on this one soon because I just put a fresh build on here. These coils look crappy though. But I was in a rush. But, you build your own coils, and it's got a switch at the bottom here, which is what you use to fire your mod. That's why a lot of times you see mech mod users, they're hitting the bottom here. Just because it's kind of, I gotta tighten that switch here. That switch is what creates a connection inside of your mod. Now, the problem with these is this is where all the trouble gets run into when people don't know what they're doing. When people put builds on a mod that they shouldn't put on it, there's no protection built into this one. So that's the issue. There's no circuitry. There's no internal circuitry in here to protect you if you screw up. You basically, you're on your own with these ones. These ones, inside of each one of the regulated mods, there's a circuit board or a chip to protect you in case of against an over discharging or an atomizer short or something like that. When you don't have that chip, that's when people get in trouble. Now, this is just a regular unregulated tube mod. The fire switch is down here. You hit the switch. Oh man, I thought I tightened it enough. Come on. And basically it draws the power directly off of the battery. Again, there's no regulation to it. It just draws the power directly off the battery, and that's what creates the circuit for you to vape. I almost got it. Okay. And that's what creates the circuit for you to vape. You have the negative end down here, positive end up here. Positive end comes into connection with. I really got to get some kind of oil to oil this up because the pieces keep getting stuck. There's a little connection down there, right? Positive end hits that connection, pushes the connection up. That connection pushes that little rod into the 510 pin here, which is what creates the closed circuit for you to vape. Now, these are the ones that people get themselves in trouble with. These mods right here. And this is the Chi-Yu clone, by the way. It's not an authentic, it's a clone. Now in here, you're going to have, this is also a mech mod, right here. This is also mechanical, because it doesn't have a display or any chips or anything like that. This is powered by here, though. This is the switch for here. And you basically put your juice in it. And it goes into the coils right there, which are pre-built coils. Kind of where I sit at as a vapor is between these two. Sometimes I'm on a regulated mod where I'm, vaping on a sub tank. Sometimes I'm on a regulated mod where I'm vaping on an RDA. Now a lot of people say that the sweet spot is a rebuildable tank drip atomizer. Nope, things leak like hell, so I don't use them. I have one. I don't use it. But so there's all kinds of different levels to this. But you really just kind of have to find what makes you comfortable, where you like to be at. But for a beginner, I'm going to recommend that you start at one point. You don't start here. You start either here or here. If you want to get into dripping and stuff. Oh, and then they have the pod systems out too. Like the Jewel and stuff, which is the only one I've ever used. These are meant for a quick nick fix and just to kind of hit real quick when you don't have 10, 15 minutes to sit here and go. Man, Vapetasia's killer custard or strawberry killer custard is the best. I love this stuff. But yeah. Anyway, so that's my video on my vaping story and kind of my journey and kind of where I've settled into between the different levels of vaping and where I'm comfortable at. I'm in between this level here. I'm in between these two. I teeter back and forth. But hey, whatever gets you off the stinkies, that's what matters. Later.